Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's get stuck in. I'm going to make a video this morning on XRP. That's right, what's XRP doing? I don't know. Let's have a look. So, I mean, the rest of the market seems to be moving up. I don't know who expected that, or, you know, because everyone I saw on Twitter is generally bearish until it starts moving up. And the moment it starts moving up, everyone's like, I was only joking. I wasn't really bearish. I was only joking. Well, I mean, that's not a very good joke, is it? When you're like a massive influencer or whatever you want to call yourself. It's not a funny joke, is it? It's not funny. So anyway, there's me saying the whole time I think it's going to move out towards the end of December into January, and here we have it. We are moving up exactly as expected. So just sit back and just reflect on this for a minute. I told you we were going to pump November. It's going to be an alt season. I told you it's going to consolidate in December, which we did. 50% pullback across the board for the most part. I told you we're going to move up in January, and look, we're the 2nd of January, and what's been going on? Pampage. Absolute pampage. XRP from yesterday, from the very 1st of January to the 2nd of January, has done 17% or thereabouts. It's just the start as far as I'm concerned. But there's certain criteria that needs to be filled. So as far as altcoins are concerned, and as far as altcoins go, XRP is one of the better ones out there because it never got a death cross on a 4-hourly. In fact, what it got was a golden cross retest, bang, up, and then a little bit of a messy one around here, and then continuation up. Now, the first major horizontal area of significance is just below 250, so that's like a big deal. Once you've broken 250, you're probably going to start to see the climb and attempt to make itself up to a brand new all-time high. I know. I had to say it because that's what the situation is, all right? I'm not saying it for any other reason. That is the situation. A pump to and above the all-time high for XRP. So we're talking like 350, maybe towards $5. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, this morning. We're talking this month. This is the month, remember? This is the month I've been talking about, At the beginning of this year is going to be the pump. Lots of people say it's going to be the opposite. I'm saying it's going to be the pump, right? And this whole year generally is going to be one of what should be continuous ups and obviously large pullbacks. So, like I said back in end of October into November, I said, look, big moves up, big moves down. This is the nature of what's going to take place in the market. Big moves up, big moves down. So we got the big moves up, and then the big moves down happen, and people can't cope. But, the moves up are bigger than the moves down. This is still a sturdy uptrend. Right, as far as RSI is concerned and money flow index, they are so low that they have pretty much free reign to rip itself up to a new all-time high. Same with the money flow index over here on the weekly, which is an absolutely epic place for it to start turning around from. Still in the danger zone as far as normal assets are concerned, but for something like crypto, not a danger zone at all. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Got a bit of a cold. Bearish divergence on my health this year. Right, so this was the overall analysis that we look at for XRP. This is why I expected such an enormous move on XRP when we broke out at the end of this apex. We just go to the log scale to put it into context. Blah, 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 end of the apex, bow. Blah, 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 end of the apex, bow. So this is like first stage, really. This is the first stage before the blue sky breakout effectively kicks in, which should easily take you into fives. And again, all those targets that I've speculated on over the years, such as, 10, 14, to a maximum of $27. Now, I can smell the greed when I say something like that. Someone's going to go, $27, I'm going to put all my money in right this very moment in time. I'm going to put everything into XRP, and I'm going to sell for no less than $27. No, that's crazy. Don't do that. In fact, I wouldn't suggest buy XRP at all. The time to buy has been and gone. Buying XRP at $2.39 is crazy. This video really is for those who hold it and are looking to sail this up to wherever it goes, whether it's the 5, the 10, the 14, or the magical 27. That's what it's all about. But the reason I'm talking about it is because it's a really good chart anyway. The daily, the 4-hourly, the weekly, it's all good to go. And I don't know if you noticed this, but there's lots of other coins out there that seem to move through association with XRP. XRP, the volume is usually quite large. In fact, at the absolute peak of this rally, it was trading at something ridiculous like $4 billion in a 24-hour period, which is like just unbelievable. You don't rarely even see Bitcoin trade at that sort of level. And if you look across the board for altcoins at the moment, because I love a little bit of volume, and I like it also when the charts are good and the volume is low, because it means if I get in at those levels, when the volume comes in, I'm at the top of the Ponzi scheme. Every single person which then starts to buy, I think all they're doing is lining my pockets, really. And that's a good way to look at it. Now, at its peak, SHIB was trading at close to 2 billion in a 24-hour period. All these sort of things like that. SHIB was like 45 million yesterday. Now, I'm not suggesting everybody go out and buy SHIB, but what I am saying is that those big moves that you saw in November can now take place again in January, when the volume sort of trickles down to those levels, and the charts still remain in uptrends. Then that's when the party starts again. This is the after party. This is round 2 of alt season, and people aren't going to like it when I say that. Now I'm just going to put in SHIB now. I know this is an XRP video, but I mean we're almost pretty much done on that really. And this is the classic situation that we're seeing across the board for altcoins. We got the first big move up, bang, all the way up into this level. We got the big pullback, bang, down to a 200 simple and a 200 exponential. That's a golden cross retest is what it's called. This is where V-shaped recoveries take place from. So bang, bang, we should be looking for a nice move up into here, and then from there an extension move to the next big portion of the rally, sort of up here, and then even beyond that. Excuse me. So, long story short, as I'm sure you can tell, and you should have recognized this throughout all of December when I was saying this consolidation will likely move into golden cross retests and a bounce and a V-shaped recovery and then continuation. Now we're starting to see little signs of that V-shaped recovery and continuation. We'll finally finish with Bitcoin, shall we? Where we're seeing ourselves scraping out from these lows here, which is great. At a major resistance right now, you have to say. This is the 21 exponential, and one above that is 97,800. Once that's been broken, we are looking for us to push all the way, probably back up to the 104, maybe even 106 area. When we get to those levels, we've got to really sort of see how we're going. But given the fact that the money flow index again down here bottomed at the pretty much the bottom area really, 20, and we're turning up again now, it's the same as I was saying the whole time. When the volume is low and it's looking to turn back up, it's got power to rip. XRP is going to do it, SHIB's going to do it, altcoin's going to do it, Bitcoin's going to do it. They're all going to do it. They're all going to do it. The problem most people have is that they can't recognize that. Remember, I told you the pump before the pump in November. I told you the pullback in December before it happened. I told you that we're going to pump into the new, from New Year on, and this is where we are. My expectation has not changed. It's still the same. I don't know why I make these videos on a daily basis, because sometimes I really wonder if even the people who watch it, or at least a decent minority of them, if they even really understand what I'm talking about, because they ask me the same questions on every video. I'm very clear. I believe I'm very clear. We shall pump into the end of this year, generally. Looking to reduce or maybe even exit the market, end of summer into Q3, depending on how it looks. Because if it goes parabolic, that's a different story. The technicals are out the window. At that point, it's simply a matter of risk tolerance, right? Risk tolerance. How much risk are you willing to take on? You shouldn't be allocating anything at that point. You should only really be thinking about exiting. But what I'm saying is, this is going to be a good year. I don't really understand why everybody feels so particularly bearish about the situation when it looks completely the opposite. All right, this is the opposite of bearish. This is golden cross retesting on dailies, waiting for the V-shaped recovery, and then continuation. That's what we're looking at here. Now, we might find another peak take place at the end of this month or at some point next month, and that we will see on the evidence will be in front of us at the time if we're peaking. But there is no such peak right now. No. There is no peak. What we're looking for is a new peak, which will take you beyond our previous highs, and in some cases, new all-time highs. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Nothing really much more to say about that. If you want to join the Patreon, links in the description below, Telegram as well. Other than that, please subscribe. Have a nice day. Take it easy.